Hello, this is Dan, working on the '05 Honda Aquatrax F12X Turbo and needed to replace the injectors. And if you look at the instruction manual, or maintenance instructions rather, they have you, I won't go through it in detail, but they literally have you take half the engine apart. You're pulling the entire all of this just to get to this fuel rail. And as you can see, I got this thing out with a little intuitive thinking. The reason the instructions tell you to take all the way past the throttle body apart is because, and I can't imagine somebody did it this way, but the head of the bolt is on the bottom. You can probably just barely see it, sorry for the focus. So it's the head of the bolt's facing downward, and you need to get a wrench on that to loosen and tighten it. Thankfully it ends up being captured on the engine block there, and there's the other one over here. Again, sorry for the focus. So rather than me spending either a lot of money or a lot of time on disassembling half of this engine and probably screwing something up and having a leak, I went out and bought 2 of these cheap ratcheting wrenches. I think this is the AutoZone brand, but you probably get them Harbor Freight. And I used the oxyacetylene torch and I put a tight bend in it. Now this one is bent for the loosening operation because these are only one direction, they're not switchable, but I like them because they got a real small diameter head to it right here. So it enabled me to basically tuck this thing down in there, grab the head of it and ratchet it in this very tight spot, and then ultimately you can see I got the fuel rail pulled out with the whole engine together still. I'm gonna pop the new injectors in. I know it's going to be a real treat for me to I'm going to oxyacetylene torch this one so it's a tightener. So I gotta do the mirror. So if that one is facing that way, this one needs to be facing that way. It's easiest to see by the open end side, but that's the way it would work. So you'd have one tighten and one loosen. These were a little expensive from AutoZone. I think they were $13.99 each, but you know, that versus weeks of my life part-time tearing into this thing, when frankly it's an '05 and I've had a handful of other problems and I don't really even know if this is going to totally fix it. So yeah, just wanted to share this little hack. If you have access to a torch, or like I said in my case an oxyacetylene torch was even better. Didn't even have to cut, obviously, you just have to heat it red hot. Try to get it as close to the knuckle as possible. There's kind of a real thin spot here that's like a natural thin spot where it's going to want to bend. And then you'll see it's not quite a 90, it's just shy of a 90, and that just worked out absolutely perfect. And if you thought that was difficult, of course, on the right hand side, or the aft side, they got this engine molding lug that's even more in the way. So just when you think it couldn't get worse, that one is worse. So it was a combination of me wrenching on this side of the lug and that side of the lug. The good news is I haven't even taken all of this stuff out of the way. Most times you absolutely got to take all this stuff out of the way. I left it all in. I mean, it was probably stupid for me to do that, but yeah, I mean, there's a couple of brackets in addition to those 2 bolts. There's a couple of brackets that, well, you can see. There's a bracket right there on the fuel rail and a bracket right there. So there's a couple other little things you got to unplug and take out of the way, but by and large, this turns into an afternoon or evening project instead of, like I said, weeks of part-time work. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hello, this is Dan. Just going to show the part where I bend the custom wrench. I've got an oxyacetylene torch here. It's not in cutting, it's just in heat, but it produces a lot more heat than your regular torch. Nice welding, vice grips, and really heat this up. You'll see it does not take long. You can already see them through the chrome, and now I'm already bright red. And Of course, you got to keep the heat on it. Bring it over to the brick. And yeah, I'm working on my classy shop bench today. Keep it nice and red. Bend it. Bend it. And right about there is going to be perfect. Obviously, that's extremely hot. So I will usually let this cool via air for a little while. And bring it right on over to the garden hose. Here's my, there you go. Don't burn yourself. And just cool it off. And if you did it right, still ratchets. And this is going to be the tightening wrench. It ratchets such that when the bolt is upside down, it will ratchet it ratchets counterclockwise and it tightens clockwise, which is what you would want. And it'll fit right down into that manifold area. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Alright, Dan's back again. So as you can imagine, since you need to place the bolt, the upside down bolt, back into the fuel rail, right, this example, the way I figured out how to do it is I took a coat hanger and I bent it using a pair of needle nose pliers in that shape. And this serves two functions. One, it enables you to go into the cylinder, or I'm sorry, not the cylinder. It enables you to go into that open area and you kind of scoop the bolt upward a little bit. And secondarily, and probably the most important one that I want to show you, is the method that I use to tighten. So basically, once you get the bolt started, you use your custom wrench, and you can imagine that, you know, this is a fine ratcheting wrench here, but it still requires some force against it in order to ratchet. So once you get it started, and arguably that is kind of the most difficult part, then you need to find a means to put some tension on it so it ratchets. So that's where this hook-like tool comes in, and what I did is I applied it underneath the head of the bolt. Every time I needed to ratchet, I pulled on the hanger, it will ratchet, then I let go of the hanger, and then it'll tighten. And then you hook it on there again. So you would hook it and pull, ratchet, let go, tighten. Hook it and pull, ratchet, tighten. Hook it and pull, ratchet, let go, tighten. And now this is tight enough where you don't need the hanger anymore. In fact, you just heard it ratchet. And now, I guess we're not going to get it to torque spec, but when I took it apart, I can tell you that's the torque spec right there. That rail side is done. I'm going to repeat the process on the other side, but really just wanted to give everybody kind of an understanding of the process in order to make that all happen, because it's rather tedious. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video.